Hello, hello. I knew this was fitting weird. Hello, happy Detox and Dental Talk night with Mal, the makeup RDH. That's what I get called all the time, so I'm owning it. So if you catch this live, drop a 1. If you catch the replay, drop a 2. You'll know if you're live, it's up here. And if you share it, hashtag sprinkles, so I know that you shared me with anybody who has teeth, doesn't have teeth, all the things. While people jump on, I am going to put my mask on. It could be your night to mask too. Hey Candace, hey Ash. Let me find my brush. I just use a regular foundation brush, guys. This is called a foundation brush, but I don't use it for foundation. I use it for my mask. Because if you keep your hands out of your mask, less room for like bacteria. And yeah, easier to apply. But y'all, if I would have came live like a few minutes earlier, y'all would have seen a naked baby run in. Because he's supposed to be bathing, and I don't know what Brandon was doing when he undressed Corbin. Corbin ran all the way across the house naked, which we're not really okay with that because he's like a dog right now. He like excited pees. But anyway, he sat on his potty, all the things, only to stand up and pee on the rug right below him. He even faced the potty like he was gonna pee. Hey Kayla, he does the boy thing. So we have like a sticky urinal like on his little mirror, and he like stands there and he like pushes like this. I don't know anything about boys, so that could be totally normal or abnormal. I don't know. But anyways, he even did that over his little potty, and then he peed on the floor. So, but don't mind me in my robe. Hey Vet, hey Krista. Okay, so we have about 5 minutes, and I always like to come on here on Wednesdays on dental and detox days. Dental and detox, get it together. It is National Dental Hygiene Month, October. So if this is your reminder to floss and brush, here you go. But I like to answer questions, and one thing I get asked a lot is about bleaching. So if you bleach your teeth, comment below with what you like to bleach with. And I'm going to tell you kind of from the weakest type of bleaching, like weakest strength, to the most potent. There's all different kinds out there. I say all different, not really. It's like a handful. I will tell you, I do not bleach my teeth because these two are fake. I knocked them out in 2nd grade. A little boy was like chasing me playing color tag, and I ate the gym floor. If you were in my elementary, you probably remember that. Anyway, so at 18, I got veneers on these 2 teeth, right? So I cannot bleach. So that is one thing I'll start off with. If you have crowns or fillings, anything that's not natural enamel, it will not bleach, okay? Now, with that said, there are bleach strips that you can buy at the store. I tell everybody to start with those until I realized the cost. I didn't realize how expensive bleach strips are. For the same cost almost, you can get a bleaching tray, or a little bit more. I think they run around $100 at the store. I think for around like $200, $199. I know at our office a bleaching tray is $199, and what it is it's like a retainer. And I have bleach trays somewhere because before I got my veneers, I did bleach so they could match to it. But bleach trays are like thin, hey Brittany, hey Cherish, thin like retainers, and they fit forever. I mean, unless you change your bite or the way your teeth are. So I always tell everyone, if the most bang for your buck is getting bleach trays and then just buying bleach as you need it. So there are strips. If you are very sensitive, price them. I mean, if you want to try the strips and then they don't get you what you want, go stronger, perfect. But there are bleach strips. There are Go trays. They're like 3 little disposable trays that are supposed to, lighten you a shade. There's like little bleach pens as well. I cannot vouch for the whiteout I see floating on Facebook. It looks like people are painting white stuff on their teeth. I really don't know. I'm scared to bleach because I had a root canal on my front tooth but still have my natural tooth. You can bleach. If you have your natural tooth, you can bleach if there's no crown on it. The root canal is like just medicine in the roots. But yeah, because if they just filled it from the back, you can bleach. And actually, you have no nerve on there, so you probably won't ever feel sensitivity. Totally off subject, but the sinus surgery you had, was it worth it? Went to work today, and why can't I see? Oh, there it goes. And got sent home because I'm still sick, and the doctor took me off work again the rest of the week. Okay, so I'll talk sinus surgery in just a minute because good question. Let me finish my bleach talk. Okay, so bleach trays are the next step from all those. And we have 3 different types of strengths of bleach. We have, I want to say it's 15, 20, and 35, or 16, 20, and 35. Always use a sensitive toothpaste with extra fluoride. The charcoal teeth whitening, I think some people have used it and had okay results maybe. I personally will not put charcoal in my mouth. I don't mind it on my skin, but I can't even think about putting that in my mouth. I'm much a taste and texture person. So if you want to try it, go for it. I didn't want to have one dark tooth and all the other white teeth. It shouldn't be dark if they didn't put a crown or anything. If they just put a filling from the back, you should be able to bleach. Or just ask your dentist what they did so you know for sure. They'll tell you. But if it's just a root canal with a filling in the back, you should still be able to bleach the front part because you're only bleaching the front part of your teeth. And then always use a sensitive toothpaste. There is also in-office ones like Boost that give you instant results. It is very strong. I highly recommend like 2 weeks of fluoride gel prior to and after. And then also, if you're going to do that, you might as well invest in the trays so you can maintain it. So my personal opinion, and if you want to invest in bleach, is get bleaching trays, because then you can get a tube of bleach every day for whatever time, depending on the strength, for a couple weeks. Get you a good white base, then you can just maintain it and bleaching a couple times a week, or in a few weeks down the road, bleach again. Bleaching trays to me is the most bang for your buck. Okay, so let's talk sinus surgery. So I had sinus surgery, end of June? So 3 months ago? Yeah, God almighty. I am healing a lot slower than most. Now, I will say I don't get pressure as much, like living on Sudafed and stuff. I think you have to have so many sinus infections within a short time for them to really do it for you. But I will tell you, the only thing I'm really dealing with now, the real test is going to be this winter when we get our first cold front. I usually always get sick at this time of year, right? And I kind of feel like a little bit of achy right here today. That could be from work. When I have really hard days or busy days back to back, I get tight neck because, I'm always like this. But what I'll tell you about my sinus experiences, I had such bad sinuses that it's kind of like when you stop smoking. If somebody stops smoking, they're going to cough up. You've had 4 this year so far. Oh, yeah, you might want to look into it. I was getting to the point where I was getting them like monthly and they were turning into ear infections. But before that, it was like probably 6 or 7 a year. So you're probably a candidate. I would definitely look into it. Now, thank you. I'm going to wipe this off while we talk about it. The only thing I can complain now is because my sinuses are so open, I have drainage galore. And I don't know if this is something that's temporary. I probably am going to own Kleenex before. If it is not temporary, I will definitely own Kleenex because I am constantly blowing my nose. It's either, and this may be too mild, but it's either going down the back of my throat and making me choke, or it's coming out my nose. So I like that it's not staying stuck in there and getting infected, but it's kind of annoying. And I can handle that, honestly. But I'll tell you this, my nose is so dry inside. I don't know if it's because there's so much more air getting through, or if it's because I have so much drainage that it's like clogging up and scab. I have no idea, but it's very uncomfortable inside the nose. Like I constantly want to put Vaseline in it or something to moisturize it. The rinses and the saline spray don't really help. But I'm supposed to call him back actually on that. Everything looks really good, and I think it's gonna help. I hear it's worth it. Sinus infections aren't contagious. I don't know why they sent you home from work, bless your heart, but they're just annoying and uncomfortable. And you don't want to be on that many antibiotics. That was my main thing. I mean, I was on like 20 rounds of antibiotics 20 days of antibiotics every single time I got an infection because it wouldn't heal. And it was augmenting. It was just terrible, and it was destroying my body. It was so bad. So I think it's going to be worth it, but I'm giving it a solid 6 months, which will be the first of the year, because sometimes people take a solid 6 months to really heal. So come January, I'll be able to vouch for it more. Megan, you love your charcoal mask? Oh, me too. Hands down, if you have to choose only one mask in the world, that is the one I would put for you. And rosewater. I work construction out in heat. Oh, bless your heart. Yes. Ooh, you are a tough one. I would go home too. Oh, that's miserable. Hey, Candace. Hey, Aubrey. Hey, Chrissy. I would look into it, girl. I will say, like, I had a long recovery. It took me over a month to even get comfortable. Apparently that's not the norm, but I had such severe sinusitis. I don't know. I also, because my body was so inflamed and I had an infection after, I had to be on antibiotics for, so a lot of different steroids can trigger stuff. It was just a lot of mine. My situation was not the normal, which is totally normal for me. But anyways, so I would definitely look into it, and yes, find a reputable dentist, ENT. Look, I made my concoction. Get referrals. That's what I did. Anyway, look at that. Love it. So I can't not vouch for it at this point. I'm comfortable in the sense that, like, I can go get a massage and not get pressure laying face down for an hour. And when she, like, rolls me over and rubs it, like, there's no pressure because it's all empty. So if you have sinuses, you know what I mean. It was definitely painful. One of, yes, you need a solid 2 weeks off for sure, if not more. They put these little splints in your nose, and I couldn't take the pain meds, so I was living on Tylenol because you can't take ibuprofen. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Now that I'm past it, I can look back and be like, oh, I'd probably do it again. But during the time, I was like, nobody could pay me to do this again. And I have a pretty high pain tolerance. It was pretty terrible. Apparently, though, once you get the splints out, like a week later, you're supposed to feel like $1 million. And then I had people tell me the splints removing was terrible. It didn't hurt me at all to remove the splints. But then again, I didn't feel like $1 million either. So you never know. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Cassandra. But it was definitely an uncomfortable surgery, 100%. I slept in a recliner probably for 2 weeks at least, kind of elevated. But it was something that needed to be done. And I just pray, honest to goodness, if the inside of my nose from like here to here would stop being dry and like kind of crusty-ish, I guess. I don't like to like dig in my nose, but like when it hurts and like it feels so dry, literally, I'm like constantly wanting to put Vaseline in my nose. Off topic, but what'd you use to take the pumpkin face off? I washed my face like normal, and I used my cleansing stick and rubbed it all over my eye, and like everywhere that was black, I used the cleansing stick and just massaged it on, and then I wiped it off with Shine Cloths. Came off perfectly. It was great, thankfully. So this is what I've been doing, y'all. I'm just getting a little Vaseline and sticking it in my nose. Because I don't know what else to do, and I don't want to stick, like, putting your fingers in there is not good because you can have, like, staph on your fingers, and I don't want staph. I've had staph in my nostrils. So this is what I do, guys. Life is glorious in my life. Aww. Hey. Awesome. I'm going to try it. I want to know. Yes. Do it. Okay, so if anybody doesn't have any more questions for me, or even if you do, I'll answer them. But I'm going to get out of y'all's hair because the bath time is about over. And This is when we hang out and build towers, and then I get to rock my little one. Yes, he's 2.5 almost, and I still rock him because he still loves me. And one day he's not gonna let me, and he's like he's 3 feet, and I'm like under 5'8", so he's over half my height, my child. So I take all my snuggle time I can. Oh, here he is. Come say hi. Tell him night-night. Come on. Oh. Okay. Say night-night, or tell him good night. Right here. Tell him good night. Say good night. Hey, tell them good night. Oh, brush your hair. Tell them good night.
Good night.
All right, bye y'all.